Since time immemorial, Indian society is known to be insensitive towards the fairer sex. Women have been an object of exploitation and rejection in society. Yet, India is witness to countless examples of women who are the physical manifest of power. Be it India's first lady IPS officer Kiran Bedi or the immortal space star Kalpana Chawla, Indian women have chosen to break away from societal norms and dared to be different. But there are some untold tales of women of grit and determination. Rani, once a national level athlete, is a young woman migrated from Kerala to Delhi in 2001. In her initial years, she had days of constant struggle which she never imagined she would have to face.
I came to Delhi 7 years back. I had no money when I came. I started out making pickles and selling them at houses and shops. The profit that I made from this is what helped me expand. Gradually, I reached a level where I sold wholesale items to 59 shops. At this stage, I had a cardiac problem. My blood pressure was low and my body became weak. So I had to stop the business. And that's how I set up this garment shop. The shop is doing fine. Now I have a shop in Kerala also. I'm 38 years. It is these 7 years that have really taught me what life is. I had an aim to bring up my son at his best. Perhaps this aim is what made me stand up and fight against times of sorrow and suffering. This dream was my last straw that gave me the courage to carry on.
Bit by bit, she single-handedly built a home for herself, and today she has a driving school of her own. Apart from this, she is also a dealer of food imports from Kerala, which she distributes door to door. Her 11-year-old son is her only inspiration to never give up. Rani's is a story of great resolve and strength of mind. There are other self-empowered women who are also a source of empowerment to innumerable young ladies. Jagriti Project was the brainchild of Miss Pramila Gaur and Miss Jasmine Johnson.
The idea behind it was we used to have children coming to join Ankur's school. They were often brought by elder siblings. But these children, having never been to school, they were too old to join the regular Ankur classes. So it was felt that it would be good if we started a special class only for girls who've either dropped out or who have never been to school before. Because these girls would never be able to fit into a regular school. So the idea came up that first it took on a literacy aspect where they were being taught the 3 R's. We decided to add the vocational aspect because we realized that these girls were old enough to pick up skills which would empower them later on to be able to earn a certain amount of financial independence. These girls are looked at as burdens in a family. If these girls have earning power and they add to the income of a family, the parents will hesitate to get them married at a very young age. You know, it's a cliche to say, empower girls. But empowerment from girls can only come when they have financial clout. If you empower these girls now, they will be, as mothers, they will be also taking a part in how their children grow up.
We have worked beautifully in coordination with each other, both supporting the other. These girls, who I believe have no self-confidence when they are at home, they have really blossomed out. Academics, as you have seen, we have reached up to 3rd standard, which I think is beyond Mrs. Johnson and my dream.
The training has given the students the skill to make sling bags, wall panels, mufflers, and cards. The zeal to learn among the girls is a source of satisfaction and encouragement to the founders. The kind of empowerment aimed by Jagrati is meant to make the girls self-reliant and a means of income for their deprived families.
I'm studying here for the past 3 years. Before coming here, I used to work outside as a domestic help. Here I got beautician training like manicure, pedicure, facial. I also learned embroidery and stitching. I really enjoy the beautician course and want to become a beautician when I grow up.
These young girls dream of a future where they are able to stand on their own feet and lead a life of dignity. In contrast, there are many women whose future has been snatched away by their past. Many whose circumstances have left them homeless and hopeless. Anu, a young girl of 25, had weaved dreams of a bright future. She was going to London for an advancement in her nursing career. However, it seems destiny had another plan for her and brought her to Padre Pio Bhavan. Now her only mission is to serve these dejected women.
This ashram was previously in Sunlight Colony. When I went there, I saw that there were around 30 inmates and 8 children who were taken care of by Sister Vinita. She was working there alone. Seeing her made me wonder how a person can work so tirelessly for someone else. These 2 years, I have been really happy. These people have given me so much of love. I always tell my friends, loving normal people is easy. But if you extend your love to such people, it will be a great source of satisfaction. I left my job and I don't know what my future holds for me. But I'm praying God and I want to dedicate myself to the service of these people. It gives me a lot of contentment. My parents sometimes ask me, don't you want to come back home? They are teasing me and saying I have forgotten them living with these people.
These unsung heroes taught self-assurance to hundreds of women whose lives had reached crossroads. One day, these empowered women will in turn go on to endow our society with the skills needed to break away from shambles and tread a new path to progress.